Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Slime Rancher. In the last episode, Mochi Miles helped us set up some brand new deluxe chicken coops for all of the chickens on our ranch. So now they have everything that their little chicken hearts could desire, including their very own TV to watch too. In fact, our chicken production has increased tenfold, which is super important with so many tabbies on our ranch. So I don't think our little kitties are going to go hungry anytime soon. Now that we're about ready to finish up the last of our races, we might even have the keys to Mochi's Manor by the end of the episode. I think we're down to the last couple of quicksilver plorts that we need. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, just about 100 more to go. So a couple more of these races should do the trick. Then I guess we'll just have to figure out what sort of slimes we'd like to bring to our manor. And so far, I'm thinking we'll probably move our quantum slimes over to her place. Something tells me that she would really enjoy those mischievous little critters. Her family is so involved with the technology on the far, far range that I'm sure they're quite familiar with the quantum slimes too. And I mean, look how gorgeous this place is. It's definitely an upgrade from the lab, so I don't think they'll mind the move. Then we could use the space that they'll leave behind to house some more of the pink slimes, so we'll have plenty of pink plorts for all of our research needs. I wonder if there's any connection to the wilds here? We do have those beautiful pink trees that we so often see by the saber slimes, and these little flowers too. Were they called cotton flowers? I know we planted some by the saber tabbies that we have at the docks, and the decorations in the wilds are some of my favorites. The saber slimes are probably just as rare as Mochi's quicksilver slimes, so it really wouldn't surprise me if that's another specialty of hers. If rare goods are involved, then you know Mochi's sniffing around. Since we still have a little bit of time left on the timer though, we might as well see if we can find some more of those hidden treasure pods. We were doing pretty good finding them in the corners and all of the nooks and crannies of the world. I wonder if there might be anything up here. This area seems awfully suspicious. Oh my gosh, there actually is? Oh, I wonder if this is going to be another one of those rock formations, since it's tucked right behind the wall. A tall magnetic core array. Some say these rocks get their energy from the quicksilver slimes that race through the valley. Alright, so we have another decoration to set up by her manor, I suppose? Though I guess if we are going to house our quantum slimes there, we might want to consider bringing in some things from the ruins. Those sunburst trees in particular would probably look very, very grand inside the manor itself. Based on what I can see anyway, it would definitely fit the color scheme. Now, is there anything over the edge here? This seems like it would be a pretty good place to hide something too. Maybe a hidden little shelf that we can float down on with our jetpack? I'm not sure. It looks like there's probably just death waiting for us down there. We probably don't want to go diving into the slime sea anytime soon. The timer should be running out soon anyway, so maybe we should start making our way back to the beginning of the race. We'll just take the high route in case there's any more secrets. Have we been up to those floating islands yet? Those super, super high ones? I'm not sure that we've ever been up so high in this area before. Maybe we should consider flying over there. I think I do actually see a treasure pod. It looks like it might be one of the purple ones too. Okay, that settles it. We have to find a way to get up to this one. Oh, just barely. There we go. So what could Mochi possibly be hiding on one of the highest peaks? An ornate magnecore array. Mochi claims she knows how the magnetic core gets its unique properties, but refuses to tell. Oh, I just read that it was probably from the quicksilver slimes. Guess that would make sense. There's probably quite a bit of energy packed through these tight tunnels. It all has to go somewhere. Now, is our race finally ready to run? It looks like it might be. There we go. So let's see if we can hopefully get those last 100 little plorts that we need. We'll have to find some more of those little bolts to shoot at them. Here we go. And there's already a nice big pack here waiting for us. We'll want to go through as many of these green relay points that we can find too, because that'll increase the time that we have to work with. It's been a while since I've last run the races, so I'm a little bit rusty, but I think we can pull through. There's another ring up here, and it looks like we have some more of these little spark shots to fill up on. Yeah, there's a whole nother pack coming up behind us. Sometimes it's best to just turn around and wait for them to come to you. It's very, very hard to keep up with these fast little critters, and that's probably why there's so much energy coursing through this mountain. I wonder if Mochi and her family use it to power all of their technology. I suppose that would make sense, and that's why they're so unwilling to let anyone else in on their secrets. Now let's see what sort of power-up we'll get this time. The Thunderclap, excellent. This one is one of my favorites. Let's see if we can line it up on the next big pack coming our way. We'll fly into the sky too to get a better vantage point. Excellent, that worked really well. Now we have a ton of plorts. We are running out of time though, so maybe we can, oh geez, not fly up to that relay point. We almost ran out of energy on our jetpack. Oh, that would have been terrible. I wonder if we actually lose all of our plorts if we do fall into the sea. Yeah, I don't think we want to find out. Mochi would probably just end our partnership right here. She has no time for nonsense after all, and she has made that very, very clear to us. But we're down to some of our last few seconds, and I think that's all we're going to be able to get. So 75 plorts is not bad at all. We'll take those straight over to Mochi, and then I know for sure, after we run that harder race, we will definitely have enough to get the keys to Mochi's Manor. 21 plorts left. Yeah, unless I do something completely off-the-wall ridiculous here, like fall into the slime sea like we were saying before, I don't think we could possibly mess this up. So let's go straight over here to pick up some of these little spark shots, and then wait for our little slime friends to start spawning. In fact, if we go up on top of this hill, oh, it looks like they might be spawning up here. Well, don't mind if I do. They're all just waiting for their midnight snack. And with that, it looks like we already have enough of these plorts, so everything from here on out is just extra. I guess it's worth still picking up though, because even though Mochi won't have any new rewards, at least she'll still pay us for our efforts. There we go, over 100 plorts on this one alone. Alright, I guess we should have started with the harder races first. It does make sense because we do have more time to run the races, and it seems like there are more slimes running around in this part, but I think our teleporter should be back here. And now we should be ready to give Mochi some of her final Quicksilver plorts. I hope you're ready, Mochi, and I hope you have your keys at the ready too. There we go. All of Mochi's rewards are now complete. Well, it looks like you're now the proud owner of Mochi's Manor. Your cachet is rising as we speak. Maybe if you're lucky, I may even come visit sometime just to see what you do with the place, not for any other reason. This is just business. Oh, we're warming her cold heart after all. Maybe we've even made a friend of Mochi Miles. You know, I don't normally work well with anyone else. I don't want the help, I don't need it. But this wasn't so bad, you know. It was nice to talk to someone else who was almost as talented as I am. And it got me thinking, maybe you and I are just two chickens out here in a coop, and maybe we're not. Maybe I'm gonna build an empire out here that'll be better than anything my dad could ever dream up. And maybe I'll be doing this for me and no one else, because I'm starting to think that the only person you need to live up to is yourself. Excellent, Mochi. It looks like she got something out of this after all. Heck, maybe we'll even partner up someday, Beatrix. But not today. Thank you, Mochi. Now get out of here. You've got a new ranch expansion to manage, and I'm still paying for Quicksilver plorts if you have the chops to collect them. Later, Tater. Alright, so we'll go ahead and throw the rest of these straight into the plort machine, I guess. And then we'll go check out Mochi's Manor for ourselves. I'm glad that she really seems to have come into her own. She's learning not to worry so much about what people think of her, even when it's her own father. It kind of seems like she never would have impressed her father anyway, and he really had no interest in getting to know her better. But oh my gosh, this place is gorgeous. Look at all those lights. Oh, and this must be the manor back here, just like Ogden's Wild Retreat. You know, she has a pretty fancy house. This seems like an awfully nice vacation home for Beatrix. We have these beautiful fountains out here too, that we could probably gather some water from, along with tons and tons of places to build corrals. Oh, we'll have to see if we can get some of those lemons. Phase lemons, I think they were called. Those were the favorite fruits of the quantum slimes, but I've never actually grown them before. They changed the way that they're grown now, so we don't have to use our extra fruits to harvest them, as long as we're picking them up from our own ranch. So that means they're much more effective to use as food for the quantum slimes. Oh my gosh, though, look at that view! Oh, the sunset right over the pink tree. Yeah, this might be one of my favorite places yet. It certainly has the most scenic sunrises in the far, far range. Well, let's start setting up our corrals then. And then what I'll do is bring all of our little quantum slimes over here. Maybe I'll even make a couple different types of largos, just like we were planning for our Rainbow Queen subjects. So I'll see you guys again as soon as our slimes have settled in. Okay, slight detour, but I did find the phase lemons, so I thought I'd better scoop these up quickly. 4 phase lemons should definitely be enough to feed all of our slimes, especially if we make sure to bring all of Ogden's upgrades with us too. Oh, do you think we should maybe decorate the place with all of these echoes? I bet the quantum slimes would like that too. And for that matter, if we can find some more of the treasure pods out this way, it might be a good idea for us to crack them open. I don't think we did too much treasure hunting here. I know we found a couple of things to bring back to the ranch, but certainly not all of the decorations. And in fact, I think I might see something way up on top of those ruins. It looks like it might be another one of the purple treasure pods. So let's see if we can scoot on over here and open this one up too. Yeah, I don't think we've ever been up here at all. This place looks completely untouched by Beatrix. It's very, very high up, so it's no surprise. It looks like, oh, it's just resources. Well, they are pretty good resources. Indigonium and one of those little diamonds too. I guess that means we're going to have to send our Q-berries out to the slimes. But there's plenty of little quantum slimes down there to enjoy the fruit. And is that another one over there too? Well, we have to remember to take the high route a little more often. It seems like that's where some of the most rare items are hiding from us. And that explains why we've never seen this before. Ooh, the light from these sconces appears to be endless, perhaps illuminating the past as much as the present. Oh, those are really cool. Those are like the little switches that open the doors. Well, we have to try to make one of those. Mochi would be super impressed. I think that's kind of the main goal here. If Mochi is going to show up every now and then just to see how we're doing, we better make sure that we're making good use of her manor. We want to knock her socks off every time she drops in. Was there a treasure pod down here as well? I vaguely remember, yes, a little blue treasure pod. Hopefully this won't be another patch of resources, because we don't exactly have the room to spare. Oh, an advanced Gordo snare? That's a pretty interesting reward. We do have the expert snare though, so I'm not sure that we'll ever use it, but that does make me wonder if we should try to attract a little quantum Gordo to Mochi's manor too. That might be fun. Then we could dress them up just like Bandit and Tabby, so they can greet us on the manor every day. Alright, now all of our quantum tabbies have been moved over to Mochi's manor, and they look so cute here. They are definitely very, very happy with their new location. I put them on the lone corral over on the left side, but we have 2 more over here to work with too. And I wanted to see if maybe we could make some little hunter largos, though these are going to be tricky. They're going to be very, very angry when they first pop up, because the hunters tend to go feral when they turn to largos. So let's see if we can hopefully handle them. Hopefully they won't decide to phase straight out of their corrals before we can stop them. Oh my goodness, little guys. Go ahead and eat the chickens, okay? Then you should be feeling much, much better. There we go. Oh, look at those glowing eyes. Yeah, that's why I wanted to change the hunters, because I had a feeling their eyes would be very mysterious. Oh, they are going to look perfect in Mochi's manor too. And we'll have all of their little ghosty forms hopping around her mansion. Yeah, if this doesn't impress her when she stops by, then I don't know what will. We'll definitely have to bring some of those echoes over here to really light up the place. I think it'll look great with all of those lanterns that she has hanging from the buildings. Oh, and our phase lemons. Don't these look perfect here too? And they're so much easier to harvest when we grow them ourselves. So we'll be able to give our slimes a nice big feast. That means everybody should be happy, and nobody should be phasing out of their corrals anytime soon. That is the one problem with raising so many of these quantum slimes together. If they do get a little bit hungry, they could end up munching on each other. But I think Mochi would be proud of us for taking the risk. There's no reward without risks after all. And that seems like a motto that she would probably live by. So since we have one more corral to work with, let me know what you guys would like to see here. And in the next episode, we'll set up our third quantum largo. Before we do finish up though, we should have a couple of places to set up some decorations. So I wanted to find a good location to grow one of those big sunburst trees. I think we do have one in our decorations, so we'll plop that down right here, right next to our lovely toy machine. Oh, this thing is so big too. Yes, that looks perfect right next to the house. And it would look even better with a whole bunch of golden echoes. Maybe if we make another one of those to put on the other side, that might be a good idea too. Or we could make some more of the pink trees from the wilds, because I'm sure that would look just as grand. So in the next episode, there might also be a new update for us to explore. They've been hinting something about some sort of party Gordo that hides around the world every day. So I'm sure we'll see what that's all about soon. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!